You might not know this, but in Football Manager Mobile, when a legendary player retires, the game can generate a regen, basically a young replacement with similar ability and insane potential. Imagine finding Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi's regen at 16 years old and signing them before the big clubs even notice them. I actually used to run saves where my only goal was to hunt for Ronaldo's regen, sign him to my club, and try to reach 1,000 career goals before he retired. Those saves were honestly some of the most fun I've ever had on Football Manager Mobile. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the exact technique I used to find legendary regens. Players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Andres Iniesta, Eden Hazard, and even Messi and Ronaldo themselves.
So before you look for regen, you have to make sure you are a few years into the game in your save, so that players like Ronaldo, Messi, Toni Kroos, Giroud, and the rest have to retire and are completely out of the game. How you will know that is when you search for their name. For example, let's search for Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's search for Ronaldo. Yes, striker. Ronaldo. You see, Ronaldo is no longer in the game. So that is how you know that these players have retired. That is when you search for their regen. Now, what you need to search, the regen usually have the same nationality as the original player, same preferred food, same position, but it may change, but not that much. And with the attributes, you can identify the player. For example, Ronaldo is a player with a lot of technique and shooting. So you can look at those attributes when determining your regen so that you find the correct one. Di Maria and Messi are kind of similar. What we are going to use is the attribute. We are going to use the attribute to determine which is Di Maria and which is Messi. So let's start by searching for Ronaldo first. You don't need the name changes. So what you're going to do is to pick the nationality, Portugal, then the age should be around 16 to 20 because they are regen. So 16 to 20, then make sure this is ticked and this one too is ticked. You come to position. Ronaldo is a striker, so you just put striker. Nothing should be ticked there. Then you search Leonardo Goninho. Let's look at this first one, and here I think is Ronaldo's regen. 17 technique, 18 shooting, 18 movements, and area 15. So you can go ahead and sign in. Now let's look for Messi's regen. Like I said, Messi's regen is a bit tricky to find. Sometimes Messi becomes a manager, and that time you cannot find his regen once those players eventually become manager in the game. Okay, yeah. Argentina. Messi is a right winger. This is Messi. Look at this area ability. Dribbling, passing, technique, creativity. This is your Messi. Let's look for Benzema's regen. Let's see if Benzema is still in the game. No, he's not. So let's look for his regen. Nationality France. Age. Position striker. Search. Career. This isn't Benzema. I don't think this one is also Benzema. Yeah, this one looks like Benzema to me. Unselfish Wonderkids, this is Benzema. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who is Benzema among these people? I think this one is Benzema. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And what are we looking for again? Let's look for David Silva. You know, as a Man City fan, I love signing David Silva's Regen. Attacking midfielder. I think David Silva is left-footed, right? Yes. Is either David Silva or Oyazaba, but Mikel. Which of them is David Silva? This one 20 pace. A midfielder with 20 pace. It's, David Silva or Iniesta. Let me know in the comment section too. So this is how you find Regen. Let's mention that before you get all this Regen, you have to make sure you load the Europe top 5 leagues. So let's look for a goalkeeper. I usually look for Neuer. Let's country, nationality, Germany. Who is this? I think this is Testegen. What do you guys think? Or is it Neuer? 19 years of age. England also have some very good goalkeepers, and I don't know who they are, to be honest. I don't know who they are. Look at this. Look at. I don't know who they are. So, if you want defenders, I usually check Italy for defenders. I don't know who they are, but this one is not a Regen. Look at this one. Another one. So that's how you find Regen. Sign them. They turn to beasts. Some of them have almost 20 in all their attributes. They are broken in the game. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.